All right, we got some really good news. I'm super hyped about it, and you should be too. 49ers Kyle Shanahan just said Brandon Aiyuk could have his practice window open to return next week. So theoretically, we could see Brandon Aiyuk at practice next week, ready to return. He did go on to say, if Brandon Aiyuk doesn't return next week, he will be week to week. But this is a thing, and I've talked about this for a long time. The San Francisco 49ers have been non-committal to a timeline to return for a reason, because they didn't want to be held to, I want to say this the right way. When I say they didn't want to be held accountable to the timeline, I'm saying with an injury this tricky, you never really know how it is going, how these guys are going to bounce back, if there's going to be setbacks or anything like that. And if there was a setback, a lot of people would be upset if a target date wasn't hit. So I totally understand. I've talked about this throughout this period. I can guarantee you they have known that they have been targeting a week 9 return for months. This is what I have heard behind the scenes. Now, it doesn't mean he will return week 9, but if we want to add on to this, from what I've heard from people that I trust, I have heard that that Brandon Aiyuk and the team have been targeting a week 9 return. So that coinciding with the news that was just mentioned by Kyle Shanahan, that next week he has the opportunity to have his practice window opened. Sounds like they're on target. Sounds like they're on target, and you love to see it. I'm really happy about it. You guys know BA is my guy. And I'm super excited to see what he brings back to the table, man. I mean, we've seen him in practice since training camp, just chomping at the bit to be able to get back out on that field. And I'm super excited to see how he returns, what he looks like, and it could potentially also coincide with the return of Brock Purdy. Could you imagine you get Brock Purdy and Brandon Aiyuk and maybe Ricky Pearsall back all in the mix? I mean, hallelujah. That would be a big time get. So I'm happy about it. I love it, and it sounds like things are going as planned. So that's the good news. So as things progress, we'll check out next week. Who knows? Maybe they target week 10. We'll see. But as it pertains to this situation, I'm happy. I'm happy about it. I'm good. Let's talk about the other updates for this. Brock Purdy has officially been ruled out for this game against the Texans. As we've talked about throughout the week, if you've been watching my practice update report videos, this is kind of what my sense was, is that this was going to be another week without Brock Purdy. Honestly, until we start seeing some full participations in practice, I think this will be the case. And it should be the case. He should be fully healthy. He should be able to fully participate in practice in order to clear him to return. So I'm fine with this. Mac Jones traveling on the road against the Texans. I think Nick Caserio was the one who drafted him. I may be wrong about that, but I'm not sure. Nick Caserio, the GM of the Texans, came from the Patriots organization. I think there's a strong chance he did draft Mac Jones, or at least was in the building. I could be wrong about that. We'll see. So maybe there's a little tension there. Maybe a little added juice for Mac Jones in that game. But as I mentioned, not surprised by this news that Brock Purdy won't be going and shouldn't be going if he's not fully healthy. So we'll see. Ricky Pearsall also been ruled out. Not surprised by this either, as he did not participate in practice the last 3 days. And what we really, really want to see is Ricky Pearsall on the practice field. I want to see him back, man. I want to see him back out there. He was top 5 in receiving yards before he got hurt, and just has put a huge damper on his season You know, and we know those soft tissue injuries can be tricky. 49ers, Deommodore Lenoir is officially questionable with a quad contusion, but I think he's playing. And again, take it for what it's worth. That's just my own individual thoughts on the matter. But I would say if I was a betting man, just like some of these NBA players out there and coaches, I would be putting money on Deommodore Lenoir to start and play for the San Francisco 49ers. We'll see. Renardo Green and Upton Stout are going to be good to go. They were full participants. So we are locked and loaded and ready for takeoff. Houston, we have a problem. Some of the guys that aren't going to be playing in this game, obviously Jake Brendel is out, Yetur Gross-Mato is out, Bryce Huff is out, Luke Gifford returned to practice after missing a couple days. He was officially listed as questionable, and Spencer Burford knee is also listed as questionable. So that is your practice report. And boy, oh boy, I'm hyped, man. I'm hyped. You guys know, if you know me, you know I love BA. I love what he does on the field. He is such a legitimate route runner. His blocking will be so excited to see. I'm just excited, man. There's been so much that has gone on for the last year and a half that I'm just excited for the redemption arc, because as long as BA is able to put it together on the field, all can be forgiven. And, you know, it was just such an awful situation how the contract negotiation lingered into a slow start that turned into him absolutely getting his knee obliterated. That wasn't fault to him. It was just a really unlucky hit where he got kind of high load a little bit and just buckled his knee. So I don't know, but I'm hyped. I'm super hyped to get some juice out on that edge. And that's no disrespect to Kendrick Bourne, to Demarcus Robinson, Juwan Jennings. They've been, you know, for the most part, they've been really good for us. Kendrick Bourne's been great for us. Juwan Jennings has been up and down. Demarcus Robinson has participated a little bit. But to get some juice back out there with, you know, BA, Pearsall, that would be legendary. But I don't know. You guys let me know how you feel this. I'm really curious, because I know not every fan feels the same way as I do about Brandon Aiyuk, and that's okay. You're entitled to your opinion. But I'm a big fan of BA, so I'm excited about it. But you guys let me know what you think in the comments below, and as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.